Holly Beatty. Good evening, everyone. I'm Holly Beatty, your Student Athlete Advisory Committee President. This year's been a great year for our athletics department and our student athletes. I'm really excited to celebrate with all of us tonight. Tonight is a celebration of all of our hard work and accomplishments we've made over the past year on the field, court, and track. Our events for tonight are to open in prayer, enjoy dinner while watching some awesome videos the Sports Information Department has created, recognize all of our accomplishments, listen to an amazing speaker, and announce our Charlie Award winners and our Cougar Cup winner. To bless the food we're about to receive, please join me in welcoming Pastor Steve Warren from St. Paul Lutheran Church in Austin to the podium.
What's up? Try that again. What's up? Good. I am in the gym with athletes, right? You know, back in the day, I could dunk. Back in the day. It's an honor to be here. Thank you for the invitation. Thank you, Concordia. I met Concordia recently when I spoke for the chapel. I met some cool people, and St. Paul is in the process of strengthening our relationship with Concordia. So if you ever see me again, you may hear me say 2 high schools. Remember that, 2 high schools. I would like to pray for you all today. Grace, peace, and mercy to you from our risen Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Dear Lord God, thank you for the joy of sports. Thank you for all the athletic gifts you have given these young men and women. Father, as they continue in life, help them to persevere with love, wisdom, and strength in their hearts. Through your Holy Spirit, Father, help them to look to you in awe and worship. May they put into practice all that they have learned in their training and recall all the skills and planning from their preparation times. May each of them be aware of your goodness in their lives, and may this goodness pour out of them as a witness to your endless grace. Lord, come guard their hearts, their minds, and their souls with gentleness and your grace. This I pray in the mighty, matchless, and majestic name of your Son and our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Amen. Now, before I bless the food, I always ask, do you want a short blessing or a long blessing? Since the volleyball team has challenged me, bow your heads with me for prayer. Father God in heaven, we come before you with bowed heads and humble hearts. We thank you for this wonderful day that you have prepared for us to enjoy and the gift of eternal life we received through your Son, Jesus Christ. Father, thank you for all the farmers who raised the food and the animals that we are about to consume. Father, thank you for all the hands, blessing all the hands who prepared this food. Father, we ask that this food provide our bodies with the nourishment that is required as we continue our journey here on this earth. And Father, when it is all said and done, we thank you. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen.
Those of you that were here last year, we weren't unable to have everyone here. And in 2020, we did not have a banquet at all. So it has been 3 long years that we're finally all back together as a student athlete and athletic department, coaches, staff, all here together in one meal and one celebration. I wasn't the MC that was supposed to be talking at this point, but you know, they kind of just finished a baseball game, so we're going to give them a couple minutes to get in here and all that stuff. And congratulations to baseball when they get here. Swept both games today. All right. So we have Jane has been here all day, helping to make sure everything got set up this evening for dinner. So I want to make sure we thank her and thank Frank for taking care of us this evening. By teams. All right, there are 4 banquet lines in the back. So when your team is called, you're going to actually go towards the, I'm sorry, I'm a basketball coach, I'm going to say go towards the baselines. And then back around, and you're going to work your way towards the center. So you will be picking up your food. All 4 lines are the same. Pick any one of those 4 lines, comes towards the center. If you have not already, pick up your drinks. Football coaches are monitoring the desserts, so be careful about that. That could turn into a ruckus back there, I'm afraid. Those desserts, by the way, look phenomenal. Oh my gosh. When I heard cheesecake, I'm like, okay, that's good, because cheesecake is my favorite dessert. There's 5 different types of cheesecake back there. So, when your team is called, we'll go around that way. If you have any special dietary restrictions, all right, those are going to be taken care of in this first line over to my right, which is the first line where Coach Moore and Coach Ken and Coach Troy are. So if you have any dietary restrictions, you're going to see them. You can get regular food there as well, but then Jane will help make sure that you get, if you have certain dietary restrictions that you need to follow. All right, we have plenty of food, so the plan is once everybody has been served, we're going to check on things, and we be prepared to maybe call in if anybody wants seconds, so just be patient. All right, so during dinner, our amazing athletic communications department created a highlight video, as well as our seniors worked together to create a video as well. Those will be playing during dinner. We'll wait a few minutes to get the initial food going, and we'll go from there. So enjoy the next few minutes, enjoy the food, enjoy the fellowship, talking with your teammates, talking with other student athletes that have all gone through a fantastic year this year. So, to start, I'm going to have men's lacrosse and softball start with their lines.
his own. trust the process. You got this. You got this. And then I can start on the track. And then I'm looking straight ahead right here. Okay.
Is this the camera?
Dear Concordia,
Dear Concordia.
Dear Concordia. Dear Concordia.
Dear Concordia. Dear Concordia.
Dear Concordia, Dear Concordia. Alright, ready? Alright. Dear Concordia, my final two words to you are thank you. Thank you for everything. From the people I've met to the memories I've made, I want to trade my time here for anything.
It's been a pleasure and a journey so far here in my 4 years at Concordia.
Thank you for allowing me to achieve my lifelong dream of playing collegiate football. Little did I know while playing football here, I'll meet my second family and lifelong friends that I'll cherish and have for the rest of my life.
Thank you, Concordia, for all the memories. Thank you for the hard times, the easy times, and everything in between.
One of the greatest decisions I ever made was committing to CUC 4 years ago. I was able to continue my volleyball career and be part of the first ever men's volleyball team.
Thanks to my coaches, teammates, everybody I was surrounded with, I became a better leader, learner, athlete, just person all the way around, on and off the track.
Thank you, CUC, for getting me through these last few years. From the gym to the classroom, through the times I didn't know where to go, and within every moment, you gave me friends, coaches, resources, opportunities, professors, mentors, experiences, and teams to show me why I am the company.
To basketball, thank you for my opportunity to be the collegiate level challenge in some of the most difficult times of my life and some of the most unique times. For playing D1 teams on ESPN, to traveling to places like Washington and Colorado, being the number 2 team in the nation at their place, and being a champion, a word reflecting these things.
To my friends, thank you so much for being there for me and helping me push through these last 4 years. Coming in freshman year, I was a scared little girl that did not want to talk to anyone. Magically, I met some of my best friends that I'll forever be grateful for.
I enjoyed all the fun I had around Chicago.
My time here, I have not only grown as an individual, but also an athlete. Being on a team here is not just for the sport, but also to build a family. From freshman year to now, that family has been by my side.
It allowed me to create a sense of family with teammates and coaches. Most importantly, it taught me valuable lessons that I use and continue to use to grow into the best version of myself.
The memories that I'm going to cherish the most are not going to be on the field, but more just as together as a family, whether we're at Culver's laughing so hard that I cried, or on the field and the entire North just hit a walk-out home run before us first career. You guys are what makes this special. You guys are what makes this fun.
Little did I know that over these next 4 years, my teammates would become my best friends. Thank you, Concordia, for bringing me and my now wonderful friends together.
To my teammates, you guys have been here since the beginning, and I cannot thank you enough. We have been through the ringer here at Concordia, from being the worst team in the conference to one of the best. I cannot thank you guys enough for everything you've done for me. You guys are truly my brothers.
I want to thank my teammates for being a second family, for always pushing me to be a better version of myself every day, and for teaching me how to grow as a leader and as a person. A true family. And I have love for every single one. And so the beginning of my things I'll always cherish.
To everyone here who gave me a glimpse of this ceremony, thank you. I wouldn't have made it without all the beautiful memories, the wins and losses, and especially each one of you. I have no words for how much of an impact many of you at this school have made on me. You all have been my reason to smile and my reason to keep going. I'd like to thank the administration for everything that they do to help us succeed both on the court and in the classroom. The opportunities that we have as student athletes would not be possible without you all.
Thank you for your staff. I always love walking around campus, going to classes, and I see people work here.
To all the teachers that I have class with, thank you for everything. Thank you to my professors and faculty for providing me with knowledge and being role models that I look up to throughout my life.
Lastly, I want to take this time to thank my coaches, my teammates, and my family for supporting me in my athletic career. I couldn't have done this without you for that.
Thank you to the athletic trainers. Throughout my time here at Concordia, baseball has had 3 different athletic trainers. Owen is the current one, but I just want to thank all of you as a whole. You guys are always so helpful all the time.
I would also like to thank Coach Ringo and the man I am today, and I cannot thank him enough as well.
Thank you, Coach Lee, for being my CUC mom, allowing me to grow and producing something amazing.
Coach Campbell, because of you, I've grown into the player and person I am today, and I can't thank you enough for that. Although I will never forgive you for the time I had to do the 20-ball touch and pet drill by myself in the spring season. Ashley, thank you for pushing me every day.
I've had a lot of coaches over the years, so it's hard to think them all. But thank you to all the coaches that have had the privilege of playing under me in the last 4 years. Each of them has taught me lessons that not only apply to on the field, but off the field. Lessons such as perseverance, grit, leadership, and selflessness that will always carry with me beyond my time.
You can't let your eyes get too high. You can't let the ones get too low. I have my experience
I just want to thank Concordia for making me the first man today, because without Concordia and distracting staff and my teammates, I would be completely different first man.
This is a favorite personality summer. Each step is one of my time at Concordia is how it is in the US. I'm a little girl that was going to play house softball.
Girls plus Coach and Ashley, you have no idea how much this team means. Thank you, Concordia Athletics, for an unforgettable 4 years.
As my days here at CUC are coming to a close, I reminisce on the memories that I have made in my time. Memories that I will forever cherish for the rest of my life. This journey may have had its ups and downs, but I wouldn't change it for the world. CUC will always have a big spot in my heart, and I'm excited to see what the next step on this journey is. Thank you, Concordia, for the best 4 years of my life.
I learned so many lessons that I could do. As another chapter closes, I want to ask Concordia to take my hand.
Throughout my time here, I feel that I have learned who I am and value my team. I found places and people who I joined me for myself. This will forever be a moment in the days of my life. When I see little things I do my best time, and I will enjoy it. Yet, some of the things come and go with myself. To the underclassmen, sitting here tonight, don't wish away your senior year. We all say we can't wait to graduate, but take in all the special times here on campus and be fully present in those moments because it goes by fast, and you won't get those great memories back. Don't take anything for granted because you only realize what you have when it's gone.
I am so proud of the team that you guys have been today. We have transformed this program and transformed the culture around. Yeah.
Thank you so much for everything.
Good evening, everyone. I hope you all enjoyed dinner. Again, thanks to Frank and Jane at Sodexo for helping us out tonight. I am Bella Archuleta, a member of the softball team, SAC, and the banquet committee. Tonight's guest speaker is Womack Jr. He has been an educator in the city of Milwaukee
for the past 27 years. During that time, he has been recognized as the UWM Cooperating Teacher of the Year, awarded the Star Teacher Award, and MTEP Teacher of the Year Award. He has also served as an administrator for the Milwaukee Public Schools, an adjunct professor at Concordia University, and a clinical assistant professor at Milwaukee School of Engineering. Aaron is highly motivated, creative, and fosters knowledge, confidence, and skills necessary for individuals to want to work harder than they thought was possible to succeed, above and beyond what they thought. He has transferred his knowledge and skills to that of an empowerment speaker and author of his first book, Birthing a Dream. His second book, Faith Without Hustle is Dead, is due for release soon. As an expert on what hard work is and what it can achieve, Aaron speaks directly to individuals, their will and determination to lead, and encourage them. He is not afraid to ask the hard questions and push people to the next level when he knows that good is not good enough. His disposition, knowledge, experience, and willingness to continue to learn and grow make him the type of leader that would help move anybody or any organization to the next level. He is a committed team member who is dedicated to excellence. In his continuing effort to be of service, he has started a motivational podcast. His podcast, An Hour Early, is aimed at helping the world to be entrepreneur go from a dream to a doer. He brings on guests to give them a spotlight to showcase their entrepreneur endeavors. His hope is to help 100 people in Milwaukee, Wisconsin area reach their goals and dreams. Aaron has retired from Milwaukee Public Schools and devotes his time helping other districts and schools reach the level of success and their students and staff students.
Oh my goodness, who allowed that long introduction? Who's the AD here? Oh my goodness, boy, you gotta get a different committee. No, thank you very much. My mom must have sent that in or something. I didn't know I did all those things. Oh wow, thank you very much. If you do me a favor, look, there's a picture of me. Oh, okay. Can you do me a favor? Can everybody just stand up, please? Just stand up if you're able, and just stand up and clap. Thank you. I do that because whenever I go to speak, I always have to give a report to my mom. And so I want to tell her they love me so much they gave me a standing ovation. So I do it in the beginning in case you didn't like me, I can just give the same report. But I thank you for being here. Thank you for the invite. Coach Shanann, let's give Coach Shanann a hand. Thank you. It's really something when you get as old as me to be able to say that you knew somebody or were friends with somebody over 20 years. So not a lot of people can put up with me. So that's really significant. So I thank you for the invite. This is something special. This is really super here, putting all this together. You are some incredible athletes. You're some incredible students. And you're just so incredible human beings. That's just the bottom line. I appreciate all of you for who you are. But let me get into it. I really shouldn't be here. Really, both literally and figuratively, I really shouldn't be here. Okay? Figuratively, I shouldn't be here because I should be retired from an NBA by now. I should have had a 15-year career being the leading scorer, 10-time All-Star. I should be probably somewhere with the Dallas Mavericks and Milwaukee Bucks as a coach or assistant coach or somewhere in the front office like a Jerry West. That's where I really should be, so I really shouldn't be here. But it started back when in high school. See, I was a little screw up in high school. I didn't know about working hard. And then going to my senior year, I didn't play a whole lot. And I told my mom, I said, I want to transfer to Milwaukee Tech High School. I said, it's political why I'm not playing. Coach just doesn't like me. My mom, being that little Christian woman, up at 4 o'clock in the morning, reading her scriptures and praying from Jackson, Tennessee to the Deep South. Always had my back, always pushed me forward, always patted me on my back. She looked at me and said, son, Bradley Tech just won state championship. Do you want to transfer there? You're not even playing at Brown Deer. The reason you're not playing Because you suck. You see, like I said, I didn't know about working hard, and I did work hard. I thought just being tall and, being on the team, that was enough. But you get to a certain age where enough is just not enough. So I did start to work hard my senior year. Put in the extra work, hitting the weight room, discovered the weight room for the first time, and I started to get some minutes. And the time I got on the floor, whether it was 5 or 6 minutes, I said, I'm just gonna bust my tail. I'm just gonna bust my tail. And there was a coach at Parkside that came to recruit somebody else and decided to recruit me. And so I went to Parkside because there was no other choice. So like, I was not popular in high school. I was a little nerd, so I didn't have a lot of choices about dates or anything like that. So whoever asked me to, I could go out with, Of course, Duran didn't have that kind of problem. He was always a pretty boy and whatnot. But I redshirted at Parkside. And at Parkside, they didn't have dormitory. We had to stay in one city and then travel to another city. And the next year, they did have dormitories. And at the end of the season, even though I redshirted, we had an exit meeting with the coaches, and everyone was getting their dorm assignments except for me. And I went to the coach and said, Coach, you forgot something about my dorm assignment. And he said, no, we're not going to give you one. We don't really know what you can do yet. We see your potential. My parents they had made enough money to where we couldn't get a lot of financial scholarships and whatnot, financial aid, but not enough to just pay for certain things. So I said, no, I want my dorms paid for it. And he refused to do it. So that summer I busted my tail again. I worked out. I came to Chicago. Played in the parks in Chicago just to get better. And some of my ex-teammates saw me get better. Now when I came back, started school the next year, sophomore year, I said, Coach, my dorms. He said, no. So I made a threat. I said, man, you gotta get my dorms paid for, I'm not coming back. Now he was a red shirt scrub, he can't make threats like that. I'm not as good as Justin Greenlee, I can't make threats like that. So I was going to school for like 2 weeks, but I had already dropped out. So the day I was going to tell my parents that basically I dropped out of Parkside, I got a phone call from a junior college coach in Glendive, Montana. Someone had called him and said, this Aaron guy, he's got a lot better, he's pretty good. We talked about 2.5 hours. They offered me a scholarship sight unseen based on the word of somebody else. So instead of having to tell my parents I dropped out of school, I told them I'm going to continue my education in the great state of Montana. But part of the reason I say this, to say this, the first point I want to get across to you is that the will to win does not matter if you don't have the will to put in the work. See, you don't rise to the level of the competition. You rise to the level of your training. If you don't have the will to put in those sprints, the will to put yourself in that weight room, the will to work hard in 100-degree heat in the summertime, the will to win really doesn't matter. I learned that a little late in life, but I had to put the work in. I had to get the will to want to prepare. So that's what my mom was trying to tell me, you're not preparing. So I became a junior college All-American, made freshman all-conference. Got recruited by some Division I schools. Went to Missouri State. John Hammond, who was the GM on the Bucks, recruited me before he became the GM in basketball NBA. And then from there, I didn't work as much as I should have worked, but was able to play basketball overseas for a little bit. So I shouldn't be here because I should be with some NBA team, but then I learned about the will to work. But literally, I shouldn't be here as well because when you get a certain age, black males at age 40, white males at age 50, you need to get your prostate checked. You get your colonoscopy. So I was having a procedure on colonoscopy, and the doctor didn't seal it with the, whatever they call it, polyps. I came home, wife brought me home, and I said, just go back to work. And she said, no, I'm gonna stay with you a little bit. I laid down and got back up to head to the restroom, and then I'm like, man, I know the restroom was that far away from the bed. Next thing I know, I get my wife Franklin making a phone call. One phone, she was talking to her dad. Other phone, she's crying, talking to some paramedics. And I'm looking around like, man, who's hurt? Let me get up and help out. I had fainted because I was bleeding internally. And blood was all over the floor, and she's trying to get me up, and I'm like, well, I don't want no paramedics in my house finding me on the floor next to the toilet. I gotta get up. I managed to get up, but then I fell back out. And I was gone. I just remember that somebody lied. See, when you watch the movies and somebody goes into the next life, they say there's a light, but I didn't see the light. I didn't see the light at all, but I knew I was gone. I could kind of hear people around me, and it was the paramedics trying to work on me and whatnot. And I had like this out-of-body experience, and I just looked down at myself and my wife and the 5 people in the room. And I'm kind of floating away. And the paramedics are trying to get me up, they're trying to stand me up, they're trying to get me to come back. And I just remember saying, just let me go. Really, just let me go. This man! I said, oh, no, did one of these white dudes slap me in the face? Did they just Will Smith me? Oh, too soon? Sorry about that. But it slapped me. And then when they got me in the ambulance, I'm back, and I kind of got my senses about me, and I said, did one of y'all just slap me? And the paramedic said, yeah, I did. He said, we trained to try to get you back, but it's not like we can operate on you. We don't have that kind of equipment. But you're fading out, and I heard you murmur that just let me go. So there's nothing more we could do. And by the time we got you to the hospital, we might have lost you. But the only thing left for me to do was I had to step outside of my training, and I had to slap you. Because he said, the second thing I want you to understand is that he said that you lost your fight. You lost your fight to want to come back. There's going to be some times where things are kind of tough for you. Whether it's in the classroom or on the athletic field, maybe you're not getting the playing time you thought you should have, or maybe you think you should be the cleanup hitter or something. But you got to have a will to fight. You got to have a will to fight through. Because you have to understand that you're wonderfully made by our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. He put something inside of you to want to fight. See, Jesus had to fight. I know that and some people celebrate the most that he died on the cross for our sins, past, present, and future. And I know some people celebrate even more that he got up. See, there are a lot of guys out there, but only one guy got up. But I like to celebrate the fact that he made a decision in the Garden of Gethsemane that I'm going to go get on the cross. He fought. He fought for me. He fought for you. You have to fight. You have to fight through things that's not so tough, that's not so easy, that's kind of tough. You have to have that will to fight and to push through. It's easy to fight when things are comfortable for you, but to get out of that comfort zone, you have to be willing to fight. So I shouldn't be here literally, but I am. And see, sometimes that when we talk about Jesus Christ and how he rose from the dead after 3 days, that we kind of sugarcoat it. See, he really was dead. I mean, he really was gone. So that when he got up, he still had the scars, he still had the holes in his feet, he still had the holes in his hands, he still had the holes on his side. So before he could get up, he had to heal himself. And I learned that when I get up in the morning, I have to heal myself. You have to heal yourself. Things might not be so good the day before, but you have to look in that mirror and heal yourself. You have to tell yourself that you all in a bag of chips. If you want that guy when he took the time to make it, you all in a bag of chips. So fight through the next day and tell yourself that you all that you certainly can do it. Whatever your it is, it certainly can be done. It don't have to be to the glory of somebody else. It can be to your glory, whatever God has set in front of you. It can be done. So I celebrate that the fact that he rose on the 3rd day. For me, for you, for everybody. And if he can get up, I know I can get up. Yeah, life is going to come and slap me in the face and knock me down some days. You see, it's supposed to. You have to show how tough you can be. Someone once said that you have to understand that you can't grow a wishbone where there should be a tailbone. In other words, just wishing things better. Don't wish the situation better. Wish you were tougher. Wish you were stronger. Wish you had more hours to work harder. And that's the things I learned. I traveled through my education career, 27 years. And I learned that in those times that things were not so good working in Milwaukee public school system, but I made sure that I was not going to be weak at it. I'm going to work hard and push myself. See, I can't look myself in the mirror and say everything's fine when I take days off, when I don't want to work as hard. So yeah, you have to have somebody around you to push your will. You have to have somebody that's willing to do things that's not ordinary. For a paramedic, like that's not ordinary. But you have to really sometimes do things that's outside the box. Sometimes life is not going to be quite so pleasant. It wasn't so pleasant for me that one day and I was assistant coach with Coach Jadan here. And it was some of the best times that I ever had. I never thought about getting to coaching on the college level. He gave me that opportunity, and I was grateful for it. And I had some great times. I was married and didn't have any kids, and so we were able to put a long hours in. I remember coming back from Marion, playing Marion, and we talked about, it was a great win. We talked about the discussion of the game, and we kind of argued back and forth, and Coach Dan said, well, I had the tape. So it was VHS tapes back in the day. So we went back to watch the tape, and when we were done, it's like 1:30 in the morning. But I love those kind of things. And I told my wife at the time, I said, yeah, I think I'm going to go be a professor or academic professor at Concordia because I want to get into coaching and do that full time. And at the time, though, I mean, it is Concordia. It would have been the pay cut. But I loved it. She didn't quite love it. And then she said, well, I want you home more. She kind of put in my head that I need you to quit. So after 4 years, I walked into Coach Nan's office and I said, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to resign. Resign from a job that I so dearly loved. Resign from a job that I thought I was pretty good at. Try to save my marriage. Well, ended up getting divorced. And I thought it was the end of all things. Couldn't really function. I had a good friend named Kayla. We all needed Kayla. If you read your Bible, you know that when the children of Israel, they wandered in the wilderness and they get ready, some 40 years, and get ready to go possess the land, but they sent out spies. And some of the spies came back with a report of, hey, they got some big dudes out there, some Hittites and Jebusites and whatnot. And they didn't encourage the people about going to get the land. But Caleb said, yeah, I don't care who's out there, we're going to go get that land. That's some Caleb's in your life. So my friend told me, well, you need to pray, man. You need to pray. See, when the Bible says pray without ceasing, that means it's a lifestyle, not just pray because you want a new pair of shoes. Not just pray because you want this jump shot to go in. So I sat down and got real deep with the Lord. And I said, God, you know everything. Your doctors never lost a patient. The lawyers never lost a case. You knew that I was going to get divorced. How come you didn't tell me I was going to get divorced? And my friend said, oh, you want a guy to tell you he's going to get divorced because you wanted to work on your marriage more? I said, no, man, if I knew I was going to get divorced, I would have never quit at Concordia. I could have stayed coaching. And he said, man, what's more important? I said, was my marriage more important than coaching Concordia? He said, man, living and doing the best you can do is what's more important. Living and doing the best that you can do is more important. The best you do might mean 4.0, it might mean 3.5, it might mean 2.5. And I say that as I end, doing the best that you can do, because things are not always going to come out right. Maybe somebody breaks up with you, maybe somebody wants to leave you. And I say that because I had a cousin last week, 19-year-old young man that took his life. Things got a little tough for him. And I just want to say that if some of you are in a situation where you think things are real tough and you can't make it, or you think that you can't go on, you think somebody doesn't love you, look, you really shouldn't be here if you think about it. There was a bullet that might have had your name on it that you were protected from. There was a car crash that had your name on it that you were protected from. The human body is like a machine. So if you made it this far, there's a reason for you to live. There's a reason for you to go forward. If you don't believe how wonderful you are, talk to somebody, let them tell you how wonderful you are. I was down and out, thought the world would come to an end, but I had a Kayla. So if I can be that Kayla to you, to let you know that things may be tough, but you can make it through. You can make it through the same way that a David, who shouldn't have really been on the battlefield because he was tending to the sheep, but he showed up to the battle. He showed up to the fight. And when he got to the fight, he saw that people really weren't doing anything because they were scared. You have to understand the last point is that if you just simply show up, God will take care of the rest. He will fight your battles for you. He will give you all the things that you need. And when they were trying to outfit David with all the equipment to beat Goliath, he said, no, I don't really need those things. I need the things that I'm comfortable with. I need the things that I defeat the lions with. I need the things that I defeat the bears and the tigers with. So when he went up against Goliath, he didn't have the same equipment that Goliath had, but he had a will to work hard. He worked hard tending the sheep. He had a will to show up to the fight. And I'm here to tell you that if you just simply show up to the fight, if you show up with the will to do your best, you show up with the will to stand forth, not just on the game day, but in practice, you're going to get the victory. You might not show up on the scoreboard, but you're going to get the victory knowing that you did all you could do, that you fought through, that you can make it through. And no matter what the situation is, God put you here for a reason. So even though maybe I shouldn't be here, I really should be here. And you should be here too, at Dakota University of Chicago, because you are the best that God has thought of. He took the time to make you, so you take the time to make this the best life that you could ever have. I appreciate this opportunity, y'all. Can you stand up for me just one more time? Just stand up for me just one more time. If you just repeat after me. I am a child of God. I am a child of God. Therefore, I have all that I ever need in this life, at this particular moment, and this time. You have to understand, don't repeat that part, you have to understand that yesterday, do not repeat that part. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow's a mystery. But you have it right now. You have it right now, this day. Let me ask you one question since we're at a university. How many days of the week are there? Okay, all right. You believe that. See, 98% of the people in the world believe there's 7 days in a week. But our truly successful people, the 2%ers, know that there are 8 days in a week. There's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and this day. This moment right here. God died for you this day. He rose again from death this day. He decided to go into the depths of hell to get back what belongs to you this day. So don't worry about the mystery tomorrow. Don't worry about the history yesterday. Live for this day and know that God loves you. I love you. Your coaches love you. And I don't care what nobody else says. You are supposed to be here. Thank you very much.
Tough act to follow, I would say. Thank you. One more round of applause for Aaron. Thank you for spending time with us tonight. We will now move on to some awards. Our first award was created by Josh Nash, class of 2017, and Brian Arnold, class of 2018. These two student athletes worked as interns with Northwestern Mutual and created the Northwestern Mutual Leadership Award with Tom Canal, Chicago Managing Director for Northwestern Mutual. The award was created to recognize faith, leadership, service, competitiveness, mentorship, and academic success. Molly Martin, Director of Internship Development, will be presenting the award along with her colleague, Zach Walensky, Campus Recruiter.
Going after Aaron better is that we're giving away money. I don't know, but yeah, right? Thank you for that. That was awesome. I'm glad we got to see that as well. So thanks for having us. Two former student athletes, like was mentioned, came up with this award, and it has been here ever since. So since 2016, we've been giving away the Northwestern Mutual Athletic Leadership Award. So most of you probably know, but coaches have nominated student athletes in this crowd to enter a submission for this award, and we have picked an awesome student athlete. So since 2016, we've been building relationships with Pete Janan, your athletic director, and many coaches on this campus. And we really, I love this campus. I love being a part of your community. And I love being a part of this evening. I was a former college athlete at the University of Tulsa, and so coming to this event really brings back all the feels. And remember this night, because hopefully you will for as many years as I have. So your guys' values and Northwestern Mutual's values really align, and that's where this whole thing started. So your values are faith, knowledge, community, and competition. And Northwestern Mutual Chicago's values are accountability, integrity, growth, and also knowledge and faith. So our mission is to attract and empower high-quality individuals to help impact our communities. I think you guys can probably really relate to that mission statement as you are doing the same thing here on campus. The award criteria is community service, athletic achievement, academic achievement, and leadership. The winner of this award will have their name on a plaque in your lobby in this gym, as well as we will make a $250 donation to a charity of the winner's choice, which is really exciting. This year's recipient is an individual who stated that they give their time and service to people around them to help them feel supported, accepted, and loved. They advocate for causes that have directly impacted their life. They're resilient in the face of adversity. They're a supportive teammate and leader, and they excel in the classroom and have maintained a 3.7 GPA. The 2022 Northwestern Mutual Athletic Leadership Award winner is Kate Gavin. Could you please stand and be recognized? Congratulations, and we'll be connecting to give you the award. So congratulations. Thank you so much, you guys.
Congratulations again to Kate, and thank you, Northwestern Mutual. Tonight is about celebrating all of CUC Athletics, but for a select group of athletes, this is their final year of wearing the maroon and gold. Some may come back for their 5th year, which we look forward to, but for others, their journey of being a collegiate athlete ends with this season. These next awards will be presented to 4-year and 5th-year athletes who have dedicated their entire collegiate career to competing for CUC at a high level, leading their teams on and off the field of competition. As I begin introducing each group of athletes, please make your way to the stage and wait until your name is called to receive your gift. You'll be walking up these stairs, shaking hands with Pete and Jen. That way? Okay. That way, and coming this way. First up are members of the baseball team. With 9 4th and 5th year student athletes, the group of players have helped the team improve their record from last year and continue to foster growth within the program. With 6 games remaining in the season, the team remains in the hunt for a spot in the conference tournament. Our 4th year student athletes for baseball are Kevin Garcia, Jacob Garvey, Howie Hatton, Cooper Hines, Zachary Lickey, Michael Tobin, and Matthew Uba. Now our 2 5th-year members of the baseball team, Cole Carmen and Brody Mariani. Thank you to our 4th and 5th year members of the baseball team. Next up is the dance team. Dazzling the crowd and CUC fans all year long, the dance team's season is highlighted by their trip to Daytona Beach, Florida to compete in nationals. We can't wait to see what the squad does next year, both at competitions and games. The 4th year student athletes of the dance team are Madison Douse and Jaslyn Rivera. Next up is our football team. Under first-year head coach Andy Lambert, the CUC football team competed every Saturday on the gridiron this fall. The season highlight was their home win over Wisconsin Lutheran College on October 30th by a score of 41-38. With a talented roster and with the mentorship from these seniors, the team is ready to make a splash in their 2022 season that starts on September 3rd. Our fourth-year student athletes of the football team are Robert Cherry, Zach Cicero, Tyler Dudley, Adam Hernandez, John Prokop, Colson Ethan Pua, and Julian Sierras. Next up is men's basketball. After being ranked 10th in the preseason conference poll, the CUC men's basketball team shocked the conference, finishing 15-10 overall with an 11-6 conference record to win the regular season title. With a playoff win at home in the second round of the conference tournament, this team is the essence of what it means to be a Cougar. The fourth-year student athletes on the men's basketball team are Landon Gladney and Isaac Rudell. And our 5-year member of the men's basketball team, Jalen Meeks. Next up is men's lacrosse. In their first year under head coach Scott Gwynn, the CUC men's lacrosse team never lost their fight and always played with heart. These seniors set an example for their teammates to follow, and we look forward to what's to come in 2023 as a result. The fourth-year student athletes on the men's lacrosse team are Zachary Cicero, Sean Dooley, Andrew Lechuga, and Aiden Busy. Next is men's soccer. It was a fall to remember for the men's soccer team who set a number of program records on their way to the third straight conference tournament berth. The senior class leaves CUC as perhaps the most decorated in its history. They provided the groundwork for the program to continue to grow in the coming years. This season appears to only be the beginning for men's soccer. Our fourth-year members of the men's soccer team are Fabian Oranda, Joel Diaz, Ryan Coleman, and Damian Rojas. Next are the members of the men's track and field team. Our lone fourth-year student athlete, Andre Salvador, has made a name for himself representing CUC. This year at the Warrior Invitational, he recorded a personal best in long jump with a mark of 5.59 meters. Thank you for representing CUC and being you, Andre Salvador. Andres is at Whitewater, so if you're watching, good luck. Our fifth year member, Maximilian Woodwood, will represent CUC at the North Florida Invite this weekend, competing in the men's 400-meter hurdles and 400-meter dash. We wish him the best of luck and thank him for his contributions to CUC. Our next group of athletes not only represents the men's volleyball team, but also the men's tennis team. Wearing the maroon and gold in the fall on the tennis courts, these gentlemen helped with the return of the men's tennis team for the first time since 2019. In the spring, this team of seniors helped lead the Cougars men's volleyball team under first-year head coach Katarzinski. My bad. Gotta get familiar with that. We're grateful for their contributions and impact on two teams at CUC. The fourth-year student athletes for the men's tennis and volleyball team are Ericberto Perez, Chilo Rodriguez, and Ricardo Ruiz. When they're not at the diamond, the CUC softball team is somewhere supporting their fellow Cougars. Their dedication to success in the classroom and on the field, along with their dedication to making CUC a better place, is a result of the leadership from 4th and 5th year student athletes. The 4th year student athletes on the softball team are Holly Beatty, Sydney Palauskas-Lawher, Claire Urschel, who also competed all 4 years on the women's track and field team, the 4th year members of the softball team. Being a 5th year student athlete comes with higher expectations and standards for being leaders on their team. These ladies have lived up to that and much more. The 5th year student athletes of the softball team are Nia DeGeorge, Carly Knight, Kate Roberts, and Sydney Sterritt. Next up is Stunt and Cheer. Helen Andrews is the only 4th year member of both teams, but has played an instrumental role in the growth and development of both teams. With Stunt being the newest team on campus, Helen helped the team to a 4-6 record. Helen is unable to join us tonight as she and the Stunt team are in Toledo, Ohio, preparing for nationals tomorrow. Congratulations, Helen and the Stunt team on their first year accomplishments at CUC, and best of luck tomorrow. Our next team is women's basketball. With a young team, leadership from upperclassmen and seniors is crucial to the success of a team. They provide direction and support that ultimately drives the team. The 4th year student athletes of the women's basketball team are Marie Baumgartner and Sarah Ludwig. The next group, or should I say sisters, have made a historic impact on the women's lacrosse program. Entering the conference tournament as the #2 seed, it's an impressive feat, especially with a new head coach. Fourth-year student athlete Emily Cyrus has been a leader for her team and contributions to the winning culture of the program. With 20 goals on the season, she has made her presence known on and off the field. Thank you for representing CUC with pride. Five-year member Elizabeth Cyrus has led the Cougars offense this season. The highlight of the season was scoring her 100th career goal on senior day against Edgewood College. Thank you for your hard work and dedication to your team and CUC. Next up is women's soccer. While she's the only member leaving, Carissa Walters has played a huge role in the team's success, which earned her All-NAC honorable mention this season. Logging the second most minutes on the team, Walter has left her mark on the program bound for great things. Walters also competed on the women's track and field team as a middle distance runner and pole vaulter. Thank you for your 4 years of dedication to CUC Athletics, Carissa Walters. The next group of athletes we'd like to recognize are the members of the women's track and field team. We start with 4-year member Madeleine Zinglet. Her contributions in the classroom and to her team have helped continue the success of the program. Thank you for your hard work and commitment to CUC Athletics these past 4 years. She is that right now with the track meet. The next two athletes we're recognizing are the 5th-year student athletes of the women's track and field team. Kayla Armstrong and Simone Wilson are the two most decorated CUC athletes in history. Since we will be recognizing their many individual accomplishments later in the evening, for the time being, I'll just say they're very good at what they do. Like, really good. Both Kayla and Simone are competing at the North Florida Invite this weekend in multiple events. Thank you for your dedication to your program and CUC Athletics these last 5 years. And finally, certainly not least, the 4-year student athletes of the women's volleyball team. A goal for seniors is to leave the program in a better place than when you first joined it. These ladies have done that and much more. Thank you for your drive to be the best both on the court and in the classroom. The 4th-year student athletes of the women's volleyball team are Callie Appleman, Julia Beers, Alexandria Klassen, Caroline Gibbons, Chloe Martin, and Michaela Perino. A final thank you for all the hard work and dedication these seniors have put into their programs through CUC Athletics, academics, and service. Your achievements on and off the court will continue to reflect who you are as individuals, as teammates for years to come. We wish you the best of luck as you move on to bigger and better things. For those of you returning for a 5th year in the fall, we can't wait to have you back on campus and representing CUC.
Every year, the Sports Information Department puts together the broadcasts of our games, Cougar Press passes, and media for all of our athletic teams on campus. They do their very best to give us incredible content and make our experiences as collegiate athletes as special as possible. With that being said, some funny things happen along the way, and a lot of the time they are documented. So please enjoy the official 2022 Concordia Chicago Athletes blooper reel.
Don't do me dirty in the blooper reel.
Hi, my name is Kayla.
And now the last question.
Kayla, let's get a final prediction, final score of the game.
I think that the score is going to be 101 to 1.
101 to 1. Vegas has those odds at plus 10,000. So be sure to catch your votes at the CUC Sportsbook. We'll see you Saturday.
Absolutely. Delete that part. That's a delete that's not a
Wait, am I going to say?
Yeah, you said.
We're rolling back there. Go ahead. I'm Cindy Plaza's Lovers. Oh, really? Like my face. Where's the guy? That's a ball. It's so
Sorry, it's been. I haven't been in here in a while. I was going to spin around there. Thanks for watching.
That's not backwards. It's all right, no worries. Here we go.
season this weekend after a semifinal. Starting it all over again. Clean slate. And action.
Thank you to Kayla McLeod for putting that together. We have had a number of individuals earn recognition for their athletic talent during competition. While many of you have already been publicly recognized, we wanted to take a moment now to do so again. When I call your name, please stand as we announce and recognize each of you. We ask that you hold your applause until the end. See if we can do this on the first try. First, Gerardo Medina, men's soccer, COSIDA Academic All-American. Joseph Perez, men's soccer, 2021 second team All-NAC. Michael Frank, men's soccer, 2021 second team All-NAC. Oscar Montejano, men's soccer, 2021 second team All-NAC. Ryan Coleman, men's soccer, 2021 All-NAC honorable mention, NAC Player of the Week, October 19th. Michael Larongo, men's soccer, 2021 NAC Coach of the Year. Kayla Armstrong, women's track and field. Here we go. 2021 200-meter All-American Outdoor. 2021 400-meter All-American Outdoor. 2022 200-meter All-American Indoor. 2022 400-meter All-American Indoor. 2022 NAC Athlete of the Year Indoor. 2022 All-Midwest Region Indoor. And NAC Track and Field Athlete of the Week, March 1st. Simone Wilson, women's track and field. 2021 400-meter hurdle national champion outdoor. 2021 400 hurdle All-American outdoor. 2022 400-meter All-American indoor. Zora Samor, women's track and field. 2022 All-Midwest Region indoor. NAC Track and Field Athlete of the Week, January 25th. National Indoor Championships qualifier. Madeleine Babinski, women's track and field. 2022 All-Midwest Region Indoor. National Indoor Championship qualifier. NAC Field Athlete of the Week. This week, actually. Okay, cool. Congratulations. Becky Peroni, softball. 2021 third team All-American, 2021 first team All-NAC. Mia DeGeorge, softball, 2021 All-NAC honorable mention. Bella Archuleta, softball, 2021 NAC South Freshman of the Year, 2021 first team All-NAC. Jordan Matthews, men's basketball, 2021-22 third team All-Region, 2021-22 first team All-NAC. NAC Player of the Week, February 22nd. D3 Hoops Team of the Week, February 1st. Steve Kohler and the men's basketball coaching staff, 2021-22 NAC Coaching and Coaching Staff of the Year. Brody Mariotti, baseball, 2021 first team All-NAC South. 2021 American Baseball Coaches Association, Rawlings Midwest All-Region first team. Gary Boehner, baseball, 2021 first team All-NAC South. Zach Lickey, baseball, 2021 All-NAC honorable mention. Kevin Garcia, baseball, 2022 D3Baseball.com Team of the Week. DeAndre Daniels, football, 2021 second team All-NAC. David Cherry, football, 2021 second team All-NAC. Earl McIntyre, football, 2021 All-NAC honorable mention. Christian Covington, football, 2021 All-NAC honorable mention. Jeremiah Glenn, football, 2021 All-NAC honorable mention. Luke Voltsanelli, men's volleyball, 2022 first team All-NAC. Tyler Hollaback, men's volleyball, 2022 All-NAC honorable mention. Michaela Ellis, women's basketball, 2021-22 All-NAC honorable mention. Jessica Parker, women's lacrosse, 2021 NAC Freshman of the Year. Elizabeth Cyrus, women's lacrosse, 2021 first team All-NAC, NAC Offensive Player of the Week, March 23rd. NAC Offensive Player of the Week, April 6th. Riley Ornstein, Women's Lacrosse 2021, First Team All-NAC. Madison Perkins, Women's Lacrosse 2021, First Team All-NAC. Ryan McGee, Women's Lacrosse 2021, First Team All-NAC. NAC Defensive Player of the Week, April 6th. Emily Cyrus, Women's Lacrosse 2021, First Team All-NAC. NAC Defensive Player of the Week, March 23rd. Bryn Bateau, Women's Lacrosse 2021, Second Team All-NAC. Sarah Ludwig, Women's Lacrosse 2021, Second Team All-NAC. Nina Neyes, Women's Lacrosse 2021, Second Team All-NAC. Bailey Steinkamp, Women's Lacrosse 2021, All-NAC, Honorable Mention. Carissa Walters, Women's Soccer 2021, All-NAC, Honorable Mention. Itzel Calderon, Women's Soccer 2021, All-NAC, Honorable Mention. Isabel Bernango, Women's Volleyball 2021, All-NAC, Honorable Mention. Let's give a round of applause again to these standing athletes.
As we move on from individual awards, we are going to talk about some of the team achievements that were made this year. After our banquet last year at this time, women's lacrosse qualified for the first ever NAC conference tournament and had an amazing season with only one loss in the regular season. Coach Fran Scott, please come up and accept these plaques for members of the 2021 women's lacrosse team. As Coach comes up, I want to let everyone to know that earlier this week, the women's lacrosse team accomplished this feat again, earning the #2 seed in the tournament. So they will be hosting Edgewood on Tuesday at 4:30 p.m. in the Cougar Stadium. We hope to see you all there and start earning Cougar Cup points for next year. Another repeat qualifier for postseason was our men's soccer team this past fall for the 3rd season in a row. Captains Nick Castle and Juan Valencia, please come up and accept these plaques for members of the 2021 men's soccer team. Finally, another team that made huge strides this year was men's basketball. After being predicted to finish 10th in the conference, the team not only defeated the #2 team in the country at the time, Illinois Wesleyan, but also earned the #1 seed in the conference tournament as regular season champions this year. The trophy for this accomplishment just arrived this week, so Coach Collar, on behalf of the NAC Commissioner Jeff Lingney, please come up and receive this trophy. Men's basketball team. Congratulations to all these teams, and we look forward to celebrating more success next year.
As we move on with the ceremony, we want to recognize our teammates, coaches, and peers with individual awards. Without further ado, let's begin with the 2nd annual Charlies. On behalf of SAC, thank you to everyone who participated in the voting process for the Charlies. The winners tonight are reflections of the teams they're on. They have been able to shine and earn this recognition because of the efforts and contributions of their teammates and coaches. If you are one of the lucky winners, please come up to the stage and accept your award. To start us off with the Charlies, the first award we will be presenting is the Best Teammate Award. These individuals all demonstrate selflessness, encouragement, and overcoming adversity. The nominees are Angie Nichols, track and field; Blake Rosen, men's volleyball; Bryn Bateau, women's lacrosse; Jordan Matthews, men's basketball; and Zachary Cicero, football and men's lacrosse. The winner for Best Teammate is Zach Cicero. These have had significant impact over the past year and have guided their teams to incredible heights. The nominees for Coach of the Year are Coach Arango, men's soccer; Coach Bellinger, track and field; Coach Gwynn, men's lacrosse; and Coach Kohler, men's basketball. The winner of Coach of the Year is Coach Kohler, men's basketball. Behind every successful coach, there is a strong GA or assistant. That being said, the nominees for GA Assistant of the Year are Izzy Ortiz, softball; Julie Jenkins, women's basketball; Maggie Torres, women's lacrosse; Matt Melfi, men's basketball; Roman Hill, track and field; and Sevi Lubriel, football. The winner for GA Assistant of the Year is Julie Jenkins, women's basketball. These student athletes endured significant obstacles and overcame adversity with determination and became stronger individuals upon their return to competition this year. The nominees for Comeback Player of the Year are Bella Archuleta, softball; Yerman Tinoco, men's soccer; Jalen Meeks, men's basketball; Maddie McGrath, women's basketball; Tyler Holobeck, men's volleyball; and Zara Samore, track and field. The winner for Comeback Player of the Year is Jalen Meeks, men's basketball. Back in August, these students were still figuring out college life and the difference between Krentz and Freshmen. But these student athletes are already making a remarkable impact on their teams and CUC Athletics. The nominees for Freshman of the Year are Allison McGregor, women's basketball; Jacob Collicott, men's basketball; Josh Rapley, men's volleyball; Sabra Bulia, women's lacrosse; Tegan Oath, cross country, track and field, and softball; and Tyler Prater, baseball. the winner of Freshman of the Year is Tegan Oates. Being a leader on and off the field or court, these seniors have led their teams in more ways than one. All these nominees have committed to their teams for their entire collegiate athletic career. The nominees for Senior of the Year are Emily Cyrus, women's lacrosse, Isaac Rudell, men's basketball, Kayla Armstrong, track and field, Ryan Coleman, men's soccer, and Chimo Rodriguez, men's volleyball. The winner for Senior of the Year is Isaac Rudell, men's basketball. Spectacular catches, clutch buckets, insane goals, and exhilarating finishes were just some of the memorable highlights from this year. Certain athletes made plays that we can't stop watching, and we are happy to recognize tonight. Let's rewatch these moments and announce the winner for Play of the Year. Play of the Year is Simone Wilson's 400-meter hurdle national championship race. These impressive women have consistently demonstrated commitment to their teams, perseverance, and athletic excellence. The nominees for Female Athlete of the Year are Ava Gardner, women's basketball, Becky Peroni, softball, Elizabeth Cyrus, women's lacrosse, Julia Beers, women's volleyball, and Simone Wilson, track and field. The winner for Female Athlete of the Year is Simone Wilson. These gentlemen have shown mental and physical strength, resilience, and determination throughout their sports this season. The nominees for Male Athlete of the Year are DeAndre Daniels, football, Jordan Matthews, men's basketball, Luke Butsinelli, men's volleyball, Max Woywood, track and field, and Oscar Montejano, men's soccer. The winner of Male Athlete of the Year is Jordan Matthews, men's basketball.
been a member of a CUC athletic program for at least 2 years while earning at least a 3.7 cumulative GPA. These athletes will now be honored with a plaque to commemorate all of your hard work in and out of the classroom. As your name is called, please come up to the stage to accept your award. If a student athlete is not here, coaches, please come up and accept it on their behalf. This year's winners are Catherine Barkley, dance. Holly Banshee, softball. Julia Beers, women's volleyball. Emily Cyrus, women's tennis and lacrosse. Madison Dowse, dance. Mia DeGeorge, softball. Maureen Egbo, football and track and field. Jacob Darby, baseball. Carter Glenhill, baseball. Grace Gladowski, women's soccer. Joy Greco, women's volleyball. Gabrielle Harding, women's track and field. Brent Hatton, men's basketball. Laura Hawk, women's track and field. Kieran Heller, men's basketball. Alyssa Henley, women's volleyball. Adam Hernandez, football. Haley Howard, softball. Kate Johnson, women's basketball and lacrosse. Alyssa Kontopoulos, softball. Sophie Kovacevic, women's volleyball. Matthew Nam, men's volleyball. Christopher Lipson, men's volleyball. Graydon McClellan, men's soccer. Brian McGee, women's lacrosse. Madeleine McGrath, women's basketball. Grace Miller, women's lacrosse. Haley Moore, women's volleyball. Hope Mueller, women's volleyball. Angelina Nichols, women's track and field. Adolfo Osanaki, men's soccer. Jessica Parker, women's tennis and lacrosse. Sydney Koloskas-Lauer, softball. Michaela Perino, women's volleyball. Rebecca Peroni, softball. Kayla Price, baseball. Chloe, I'm so sorry. Shofsma, women's basketball and lacrosse. Savannah Schmitz, women's volleyball. Tori Steele, women's volleyball. Bailey Steinkamp, women's basketball. Katie Stonich, women's volleyball. Mackenzie Strawlin, women's tennis and basketball. Samuel Valdez, baseball. Isabel Renendo, women's volleyball. Carissa Walters, women's soccer and track and field. Gina Westfall, softball. Madeleine Zinglet, women's cross country and track and field.
Concordia Athletic prides itself on the success our student athletes experience in the classroom. This is none more evident than when we look at the stats. Of our 20 programs at CUC, 13 had above a 3.0 cumulative GPA for the combined spring 2021 and fall 2022 semesters, for an overall average of 3.08. Congratulations to all student athletes on your success in the classroom. At this time, it is my honor to announce the top 3 programs for Team GPA during the spring 2021 and fall 2022 semesters. In third place, with a Team GPA of 3.36, is softball. In second place, with a Team GPA of 3.38, women's lacrosse. And in first place, with a Team GPA of 3.58, women's volleyball.
Engaging in community service at Concordia provides students with the opportunity to become active members of the community and have a lasting positive impact on society. It enables students to acquire life skills and knowledge, as well as provide service to those who need it most. Events teams participated in include Socks for Holly, softball, Little Sisters with the Heat Silver Teams, Ronald McDonald House Charities, reading at the Early Childhood Center, the 9/11 lemonade stand, dance marathon, and Special Olympics. At this point, I would like to recognize 3 programs who have gone above and beyond, serving not only those around them, but offering their gifts and talents to the community at large. The following teams have accumulated the most community service points. These teams are awarded based on the amount and location of events in which a team participates. In third place, softball. In second place, women's basketball. And in first place, women's volleyball. Thank you again to these 3 teams for going above and beyond to serve the community, and we encourage all of our teams to continue to proudly represent CUC in ways off the field.
The Cougar Cup highlights the very best in CUC teams making a greater contribution to the university and community. From community service, outings to posting on social media to several other athletic games teams have attended, CUC Athletics is proud of the contributions each team has made outside of the classroom and off the field. As we weren't able to honor last year's winners, we will announce both the 2020-2021 and the 2021-22 Cougar Cup Award winners. The point system for the Cougar Cup are based on team academic performance, individual academic performance, representatives attending SAC meetings, teams participating in SAC events and athletic competitions, team community service, and team and individual athletic performance. The top 3 programs from 2020 to 2021 in 3rd place, cross country and track. With 17,635 points. In 2nd place, women's volleyball with 18,190. And in 1st place, with a total of 18,815 points, is softball. The top 3 programs for the 2021-2022 Cougar Cup in 3rd place with 15,695 points, softball. In 2nd place with 15,700 points is women's basketball. And in 1st place, with a total of 18,205 points, is cross-country, track and field. Since track and field is currently competing tonight, softball will make sure the Cougar Cup gets handed off to them on Monday.
Although our banquet is to commemorate and congratulate student athletes on their achievements, we must also thank those who helped us along the way. These are our administrators, coaches, and support staff who work tirelessly to make each day run smoothly. They give us the opportunity to come to this place and wear the maroon and gold colors that we all have adorned as Cougars. We would like to take this opportunity to thank those staff members for everything they do for us. Please enjoy it.
In a year of change, Concordia Athletics has thrived. With the help and guidance of our athletic department, we've grown, learned, and adjusted. To the coaches, old and new, thank you for standing by your athletes and pushing through the hardships with them, pushing the boundaries to give every athlete the true college athletics experience, for being more than just a coach, but being a mentor, teacher, and father. Your athletic trainers, thank you for putting in countless hours. Thank you for being this safe space for your athletes and providing all-around care that anybody needs. To the athletic communications staff, thank you for going above and beyond and behind the scenes work and for making game-day operations possible. All of your hard work and Athletics is better with you. Helping your student athletes. Thank you for showing up and standing by your athletes every single day. Thank you for everybody in the athletics department, coaches, assistants, trainers, graduate assistants, student athletes, mentors, and administrators. Thank you. Thank you for being CUC Athletics.
This year we brought back the Faculty Mentor Program. While you're still having more work to do in building this program back up, we are grateful to the various members of the faculty who volunteered to work with athletic programs as a mentor. These faculty members have attended practices and games, provided advice, served as a liaison between student athletes and professors, and have offered immeasurable support to our student athletes. If you served as a faculty mentor this year, please stand and please be recognized for your accomplishments this year. Thank you again for all you do for our CUC athletic teams.
We all know the heartbreak we endured when we learned our canine friend and fan, Fiona, passed away last month. She was the highlight of the day for many CUC athletes and was always willing to eat the free popcorn and treats that were supplied to her from the community. Our unofficial, official campus dog, we will always remember you and will miss having you be part of our Cooper community. Please join me in a moment of silence for her passing. Thank you.
I would like to invite Director of Athletic Communications, CJ Seliner, to the stage to present the Jim Egan Athletic Communications Student Work of the Year Award.
Before I start giving out and give out the awards tonight, we need to give a little context, and we have somebody very special in attendance that we need to honor. Jim Egan was a pioneer during his time here as the first ever sports information director at Concordia University, Chicago. Jim spent countless hours and decades from when he was a student at Concordia until he retired. He was the man behind the scenes that made things happen. Jim gave up countless family events, holidays, nights, and weekends to be here to support the Cougars. And always be loud, be proud, and be positive. Without Jim, nothing would be what it is today here at Concordia. Jim had an unrelenting commitment to Concordia that still carries on today, as he was doing PA for the baseball doubleheader and still made time to be here with us tonight. From the days of handwriting stats to using a typewriter and countless amounts of whiteout to the digital days of starting a computer program that started from scratch, Jim has been a part of countless different opportunities in the sports information world, and it wouldn't be what it is today, and neither would Concordia University Chicago Athletics. No one knows more than Jim about Concordia history. Concordia University Chicago Athletics wouldn't be what it is today without Jim Egan. I personally wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Jim Egan and everything that he gave me during my time as a student, as a GA, and where I am here today. Jim, Concordia cannot thank you enough for everything you did during your Hall of Fame career here. Thank you so much for your service, loyalty, and love to the university. Please join me in a big round of applause for Jim Egan. So there are 2 new awards that we're introducing this year. To honor Jim Egan and Terry Woods and what they meant to Concordia University Chicago over the years, we have introduced 2 new Student Worker Awards. The Jim Egan Athletic Communications Student Worker of the Year and the Terry Woods Athletic Training Student Worker of the Year. The winning students have been identified by their respective staffs as someone that has taken great pride in their work and made the department better, much like Jim and Terry did during their Hall of Fame time here. The 2022 Jim Egan Sports Information Student Worker of the Year has been a part of the CUC Athletic Communications Department for 4 years now. This student has been a critical component to the Concordia Athletics broadcast over the years and has been the glue behind the scenes as the producer and social media manager for hundreds of broadcasts. She is always on time and makes sure everything runs smoothly on game day. Without her in the department, it would not be what it is today. The 2022 Jim Egan Student Worker of the Year is Julia Beers.
Shortly after beginning her job as a freshman, she exhibited superior knowledge of her job duties, allowing her to be a leader and a mentor to other student workers. Her friendly and sassy personality makes it a pleasure to work with her every shift. She takes initiative and has had an eagerness to do whatever is needed during her shifts. The entire athletic training staff has the utmost confidence that everything will be taken care of properly when she is working. This student continued to work as an athletic training student worker while attending classes on a different campus for the past 2 years. It is our privilege to award the first Terry Woods Athletic Training Student Worker of the Year award to Colleen Wells. With a prior engagement, Colleen was unable to attend today, so we will accept her award for her.
So I have the honor and privilege of presenting the A.W. Gross Award. The A.W. Gross Distinguished Senior Scholar Athlete Award annually honors Concordia University Chicago senior student athletes that demonstrate all-around proficiency in academics, athletics, character, conduct, leadership, and co-curricular activities. Since the founding of this award in 1970, more than 70 athletes have earned this award, and over a third of them are in our current Hall of Fame. This indicates both their success in competition and in the classroom. The award's namesake was one of our earliest advocates for intercollegiate athletics. A member of the class of 1919, Arthur Gross encouraged administration in the beginning of the football program and returned to coach the football team in 1923. Concordia University Chicago Athletics is grateful to Alva Gross's gift to honor his father and further the university's core values through athletic programs and its student athletes. Our first honoree has earned many accolades, yet he remains humble and grateful for having the opportunity to continue competing while also earning her degree. So much so that she has returned for her 5th year and her master's degree. During her career, she has earned the status of NAC Athlete of the Week over a dozen times, All-Conference 10 times, All-American 5 times, Academic All-American 4 times. She has the potential to earn All-American and Academic All-American again titles again this spring while also defending her national championship. She has done this while working towards her graduate degree while also holding down 2 jobs. Currently, she holds a number of school records and NAC records, and don't be surprised if she breaks them again. She is in Florida competing tonight in the 400-meter hurdles, and tomorrow she will compete in the 400 meters, where she will once again strive to hold her own against competition from D1 institutions such as the University of Florida, University of Toledo, and Coastal Carolina. Our female AW Gross Distinguished Scholar Athlete is once again Simone Wilson. Our second honoree started out as a quiet member of his team, but over his 4 years has grown to become a leader on and off the field, as well as a captain during his junior and senior years, and has earned honorable mention all-conference accolades. He takes care of business in the classroom, being named to the Dean's List 6 times and a 3-time NAC Scholar Athlete, and currently has a 3.75 cumulative GPA, and will graduate with honors next week. He also has been involved in SAC during all 4 years and is described by his coaches as a tough competitor and a great teammate. With quiet resolve, he is always out and highly competitive. I do not want to get in his way if I'm the quarterback. I don't want to be the quarterback if he's on the field. This year's male AW Gross Distinguished Scholar Athlete Award goes to Tyler Gutman.
Schubert Award is named in honor of 2 Cougar football players, teammates in 1975 team who tragically lost their lives in 2 separate accidents. The award is given to a senior student athlete who presents a positive attitude toward athletics and Christian living, serves and contributes to the best interest of his or her team, and demonstrates concern for Concordia campus and local communities. The Terry Schubert Award has been given to 60 student athletes since its first awarded in 1976. First honoree tonight is described as one of the most caring, thoughtful, supportive teammates. Cougar pride shines through her when playing and cheering on her peers in other sports, so much so that she often loses her voice. Working for areas on campus, she is known as coming in energized and will work hard. As an executive member of the dance marathon, she has worked countless hours in serving those around her as well as others. Loyal and respectful to peers, teammates, and coaches, she has ensured her program will continue to be successful, as she has made a huge impact on her teammates and incoming recruits. Having a heart of maroon and gold, she has made her mark on CUC and Cougar Athletics by giving her full effort over the past 4 years. This year's female Terry Schubert Award recipient is Marie Baumgartner. Our second honoree tonight is also frequently found around the athletic facility as an athlete and a fan with a positive attitude and enthusiasm. Leading his team to work in the community, providing services, this young man also leads the team Bible study, always personable. He also has left his mark in the athletic program as one that will greet you with a smile, high five, fist bump, or a hug. As a 2-year captain, he has served on the team's leadership council and strived to support his teammates any way he can. Despite needing to overcome numerous setbacks in his time at CSC, his perseverance and tenacity has helped him become a compassionate leader that is his first to reach out to someone struggling or needing a shoulder to lean on. This year's Terry Schubert Award recipient is Jalen Meeks.
members of the Student Athlete Advisory Committee. If you are a member of SAC, please stand. These young men and women have met throughout the year to work on various initiatives, planned events, and be the voice of the student athlete. Many things have happened this year where these individuals have been asked to speak on behalf of their teammates, to administration, and to their coaches. Please know who these individuals are. They are your voice. They work with administration to let us know what is going well and what needs improvement. I personally want to thank each of you for your work and commitment to this year. If you're a part of the banquet committee, well, it said please remain standing, but you all sat down. So if you're on the banquet committee, stand up. These 10 individuals created this event tonight. Including they worked hard today, in between classes, presentations, final exams, baseball games, workouts, and everything else. They came by and made sure that everything was set up tonight for an evening of celebration. Please make sure to thank them, as this event would not be possible without their work. And finally, I would like this year's SAC Exec Board to please come forward and join me on stage. These 6 individuals have worked countless hours with me in planning for SAC, talking about various things, and making sure things would be happening and things would be possible. These student athletes have led the Student Athlete Advisory Committee this year, and there were times when if they had an idea, all they had to do is mention it to me. I'd say, yeah, we're good to go, and they would take off and take care of the task and complete it all. Holly and Sydney have been on the executive board for 2 years and are graduating next week and moving on to the next phase of their careers. As Sid keeps telling me, she'll still be here because, CJ, can I announce it? Sydney is going to be our next GA in the athletic communications department. And Holly's going to stay in the neighborhood and teach 2nd grade. These 2 young ladies have frequently joked this year and even introduced themselves to my mother as my right and left hand. Carter has also been on the executive board for 2 years, and due to his focus on his career, which he is going with my blessing, even regrettably, he is focusing next year on other areas to help with his future career. And if you ever hear him at a Cubs game, know you heard his voice here first. He promises he'll still stay on SAC and still be willing to help in everything we need, which I appreciate. All 3 of these young people have significantly contributed to the growth of SAC, and their leadership will be missed. Justin, Kate, and Katie. They joined the executive board this year and have already been making a positive impact on our leadership. We just held our elections, and I am honored to announce that Justin will be our president next year. Vice represent you and to hear your voice. Thank you.
Who is going to be graduating soon. So thank you for all your work. We are really missed next year. It's not often that we can all gather together in one place as our one team and celebrate the accomplishments from throughout the year. Thank you to Pete Janan and Tina Hines for their continuous support and leadership throughout the year. We would also like to thank Dr. Eric Ankerberg, Vice President Hines, Dean Gebhardt, and President Dr. Dawn for attending tonight's celebration. Last but certainly not least, a huge thank you to Assistant Athletic Director Janet Wolbert for her work as a SAC advisor and for helping You are the reason why we love being college athletes. You make our experience the best it is, and Concordia Chicago is very grateful for everything you do. Thank you, Jay. With that being said, before you all leave, we ask that you clean up around you and throw all trash away. Coaches, please come to the stage to pick up gifts for your first, second, and third year student athletes. Thank you all again for attending the banquet. We'll see you in 2023, and go Cougars.
I don't even know her that well.